To extra depth. For years, people in the El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez area have been making the easy drive to the Paquime ruins in Casas Grandes, Chihuahua. The Mogollon city of Paquime in the Pueblo Mágico of Casas Grandes is considered a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I recently took the trek to this region in Mexico, just southwest of us here in the borderland, in another edition of People, Places, and Paul with pure positivity. Scores of people from El Paso, Las Cruces, and Ciudad Juarez visit the Paquime ruins in northern Chihuahua every year. Tourists like West Texan John Ferguson.
And I try to, if possible, go to new destinations every time to learn something new.
Learning about the Mogollon culture, Casas Grandes, which is one of the largest, most complex Mogollon historic sites around. Certainly the most significant indigenous ruins in northern Mexico.
I actually want to learn a lot more about the Mogollon culture, and that's the reason we came.
Driving from Presidio, Texas, while Juarez resident Carmen Dominguez says she's a regular in Casas Grandes.
Pues que se animen.
Dominguez tells me she encourages everyone to make the 3 to 4 hour drive from the El Paso Juarez area because the experiences go beyond the Paquime ruins. These cliff dwellings, just southeast of Casas Grandes, include ruins of adobe living quarters, also inhabited by the Mogollon people until the mid-1400s.
I am in what's called La Cueva de la Olla, or La Cueva, which means cave, as you can see, de la Olla, which is like big pottery. And this was ruins, or is ruins, from the Mogollon people who obviously inhabited New Mexico and the state of Arizona currently, and northern Mexico, northern Chihuahua, northern Sonora. And this is obviously where during the winter they would put all of their cosecha, or the things that they farmed and stored for food for the winter.
And there are 2 other cave dwellings close by, as I was able to see in person. Both the caves with ruins of adobe living quarters inside, complete with pictographs from natives of this region, all overlooking a valley with a running river, which can get quite icy this time of the year. But back to the Pueblo Mágico of Casas Grandes, where there's a museum dedicated to the Apaches and much more at the Casa del Nopal. Many people don't realize that Casas Grandes, Chihuahua, just about a 3-hour drive from El Paso, Texas, has lots of history, especially history concerning the Mexican Revolution. And even this area here that's now a boutique, well, guess what? Back in the day, over 100 years ago, this was a major meeting point where soldiers who were involved with the Mexican Revolution actually took part in drills and stayed in these adobe homes. But now these adobe homes are actually serving as places to stay for Airbnbs and many other ventures. But what a great place to see here in Chihuahua, Mexico.
We have art, we have archaeological sites, we have historical sites, and of course gastronomy. So you need to come and visit us.
A visit to a jewel of the border Southwest, as Casas Grandes remains on the ball, artistically and historically.
Come to Mexico, you're gonna fall in love of the people of the area.
The friendliness, smiles, and peaceful, picturesque surroundings.
Here in Casas Grandes.
You can make the drive to Casas Grandes, Chihuahua by entering through Palomas, just south of Deming, New Mexico, or drive west from Ciudad Juarez, as I did. Scores of recent residents, right here in El Paso, Las Cruces, and Ciudad Juarez make that trip every month to this amazing Pueblo Mágico, or magical town, which is a rare designation given to historical and touristic cities in Mexico.